What's going on, guys? It's Chris. Today we got a 2018 Ram. We're gonna be doing the oil change today. So basically, all you need is half-inch socket for the ratchet. I like to use. This is for to take off your oil filter. If you don't got one, you can probably just use a small screwdriver and you just poke it into the oil filter, and then you just take it off like that. It makes a lot of mess, but I've done it before. So our oil is gonna be Pennzoil 5 weight through 20 weight, full synthetic. And so basically Rams go to oil is Pennzoil. So like your GM, your General Motors oil, like your Chevy, they use Mobile One. So Rams is Pennzoil. So mine takes 5 quarts and then an extra quart, so 6 quarts in total. Again, it's a 2018 Ram. This is a 5.7 with the hemi. Your oil filter, I like to keep it. Original parts. So you'd go with the Mopar, and you can find these at Walmart. I got mine at Walmart. Part number is right there. MO339, and that's your oil filter. So with your oil, you gotta change your oil about every 3,000 miles or every 6 months, whichever comes first. I don't like to wait. It's not good for your engine. So the sooner the better. If you see that you're getting close to that time to change your oil, you should probably change it before your change oil light comes on. So it'll do you good, and it'll do your truck good, and it'll run better on the long run. So this is our oil filter again. Now, um, also, every time you do your oil change, you got to put it's a fuel treatment to clean out all your fuel injectors, to give you good gas mileage. Yeah, so every oil change, do this. Before you fill up your tank, put some of this, or you fill up your tank, put some of this, and then you're good to go. Every oil change, don't forget. It'll do your engine good. It'll do you good. It'll do your truck good. It'll keep it running good. So let's get under the hood. All right, so yeah, it's a little bit sunny outside. So, um, your oil filter is gonna be to the front left side of your truck. On the Rams, just to the front left under. So front left underneath your truck, and your drain plug is gonna be half inch, or you can go with your 13 millimeter socket. So yeah, let's get under the truck and get down and dirty. All right, so we're under the truck right here, and your oil pan is gonna be this black box right here, right under your engine block, and then your drain plug is gonna be right here. This bolt right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's this bolt right here. And this again is a half inch or a 13. So when you're changing your oil, you always want to start by draining your oil, your drain plug. So that's always first. Okay, let's get it. All right, got all the oil out. And once all the oil is drained out of your oil block, your oil pan, don't forget to put your drain plug back in, because it's happened to me. I changed my oil one time. I forgot to put my drain plug. Started putting oil back in, and all that shit came out. Yeah, and oil is not expensive right now. I mean, oil is not cheap right now. So okay. So I got my drain plug back in, and your oil filter is gonna be this is your my right tire right here. Your oil filter is gonna be right behind the strut, right behind. So you can probably see it right there, right here. That's your oil filter. So we're gonna go ahead and take it off. All right. So to get the oil filter, you just go ahead and put this on there, and then you just righty tighty, lefty loosey, and you can see the oil filter right there. It's already coming off. I got my drain pan for my oil. I always keep two. So all right, got my oil filter off. Now it's always important to remember that when you're putting the new oil filter, you gotta put some oil in there. This is your new filter. You gotta put some oil in there, maybe about halfway, and then you oil up this O-ring, this gasket right here. So you grab a little bit of oil, put half of it, about half of oil in here, and make sure you put some oil around this gasket right here. It's always important. Don't forget. Okay. As you can see, I'll put some oil in there. Greased up, well, not greased, but oiled up the gasket. And now it's time to go back on. All right, I got the new oil filter on. It's right there. You can probably see it behind that sway bar, the traction bar. Always remember when you're tightening the oil filter, you only hand tighten it. You don't put that tool back on and tighten it, because you'll mess up the threads on the oil filter, and then yeah, it'll be bad. So just hand tighten. You'll probably get a little bit slippery, so you can use a rag. You clean off the excess oil that's on the oil filter. Use a rag, tighten it, just hand tight as far as it goes, and that's it. Once it builds pressure and stuff, it'll expand the gasket, so you'll be good. You don't need to tighten up with no tools. Just hand tighten. Okay. Don't Whatever you do, for the love of God, don't use any tools to tighten up the oil filter, because you'll fuck it up. Okay. So once you're done, double check your work. Double check that your drain plug is on. Double check that your oil filter is good. Clean any excess oil that might have fallen out from the oil filter. Because once you put your oil in, you're gonna go back down underneath your vehicle, and you're gonna check to see if there's any leaks, any oil leaking from your filter, just to see if it's on there pretty tight. So next step is to put your oil, and of course your oil goes in right there. Yeah, so put your oil in. All right, so if you don't got an oil filter, a funnel, you can probably just cut up a piece of water bottle and use that. But I got an oil filter going on there, so ooh, look at that sexy hemi. Oh, so yeah, you just go ahead and put your oil in, and as you're putting in your oil, you just want to check to see under your truck, just to see if nothing's leaking. Uh, yeah, it would be a good thing. I always start off with the quart first. So I just put the cord, and then I go underneath the truck and check to see if anything's leaking, other than putting in the 5 quart and then going under there and checking to see if there's something leaking. And if there is something leaking, then It's actually just a quart, not the whole 5 quarts. So yeah. So once you're about 3 quarters into your 5 quart, just go ahead and check your dipstick just to see more or less where you're at on your level of your oil. See if it needs more. See if you're good. You don't want to put too much oil, so you just want it exact, just right. All right, so yeah, mine took the whole 6 quarts of oil, and yeah, it's a pretty big engine. So um, again, you just want to go underneath your truck, your vehicle, and just make sure nothing's leaking. Make sure to look at your oil filter, see if there's anything leaking underneath your drain plug. Just check it out, make sure everything's good, and then now you come back inside your vehicle. There's some oil on my. Okay, you want to turn it on, and to reset your oil on this truck, you just you see it says change oil soon. Uh, my tire pressure sensor, I haven't changed it, so it says change oil soon. So you go right here to your menu. Uh, you go to vehicle info, and then it's right there, reset. So you push your forward arrow, hold it to reset engine must be off with ignition and run. So okay, so you turn it off with your ignition and run. So reset, hold, and you're good, 100%. So that's the way you change your oil. Don't forget to add your fuel system cleaner. You don't. It doesn't necessarily have to be this one. You can use whichever one you like. Lucas Products. The gum out's pretty good. You can basically use whichever one you want as long as it's fuel injector cleaner. You'll get better mileage and you'll notice a difference. So yeah. So all I needed was, of course, your oil filter. Again, your filter number for the Ram. Again, this is a 2018 Ram 1500 with 5.7 hemi. So the filter number was MO339, and you can find that in Walmart. So yeah, so that was a part number for the oil filter. The oil, again, I use the Pennzoil, the Platinum Full Synthetic SA 5 weight through 20 weight. Yeah, full synthetic. These trucks run on full synthetic. So again, it was 5 quarts and plus one, 6 quarts, and all I needed was a half-inch ratchet socket, and the little tool that I used was from Walmart too. Just I think it cost like $10. It's a 4-inch strap wrench for the oil filter. It comes in handy because if you don't use that, you'd have to like poke a hole with a screwdriver, use a screwdriver to take it off, and it makes a lot of mess. Um, Either way, changing your oil, it always gets messy, but yeah, that's the way it is. So, and then of course I use my oil drains, and that's about it. So yeah, if you thought this video was helpful, I know I wasn't born. I wasn't born already knew how to change my oils. So I learned from someone, and it's always good to learn. So if y'all have any questions or concerns, if y'all need any help, if y'all have a Ram, or you need any help with your cars or something, any maintenance, anything, just go ahead and comment. like, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you later. Peace.